Good morning, everybody. So we will be starting shortly. So I'm going to wait just a couple more minutes to allow others to come join this morning's class. So thank you so much for showing up. Here joining me for today's class, just drop me a little message down below so I know who's here. Holly, good morning, my darling. Good to have you here. Make yourself nice and comfortable and we'll get started. So I'm really looking forward to today's class. So we're focusing on courage and resilience today. So I think this is something which we all have quite naturally within us. And I just want to use today's class to really remind us that we have this inner state already, and we just want to activate it and remind ourselves. Lovely to have you here, Caps, my darling. So pleased you could join us. So get nice and comfortable. We'll give it another couple of minutes. I know there's a few more people joining us as well. So if you want to sit in meditation for a couple of minutes, please do that. If you want to lie in Savasana, your corpse pose, please do that. I'm just going to do some testing of the screen. Just make sure, because we're going to do some standing postures, that you can see me. Good morning, Sarah, my darling. Lovely to have you. And oh, you managed to do a lovely sun there as well. Fabulous. And Joe, brilliant. Oh, great. So you get 2 this week. That's really good to know. Oh, lovely. Yes, of course. We usually recommend with yoga, try and practice at least 3 times a week. And I know for many of us, that's really difficult to do. But do your best if you can, even if they're shorter practices, but because 3 times a week really helps maintain that stability, because it's shocking at how quickly we can disconnect from our center and our stability. Okay, so get yourselves comfy. I'm just going to check I've got the yoga mat in the right place for standing. All good, all good. Okay. Okay, so we're going to dive straight in this morning. So namaste. For those that are new to this class this morning, welcome to MedYoga School. I'm Devinda Ojala, and MedYoga is my own creation, and I've taken about years to develop MedYoga. So it's my passion, it's my love, and it's a real joy to be able to share this with you. So today's practice, we're going to be focusing on courage and building resilience. So let's start by coming into our easy sitting position. So coming into Sukhasana, our lotus position. So make sure you're nice and comfortable here. Use any blocks or props. So when I'm practicing in the morning, I always use a block to sit on. And that's just out of self-love, self-care. I don't force my body in the morning. I just allow it to gently wake up, unwind naturally. Good, okay, so take a moment to close the eyes. And we're just going to take a moment to settle into the breath. Sounds outside in the distance. So we're taking this time just to arrive, to let go of the incessant thinking mind, let it take a back seat. And we're dropping our awareness into the body. So just take, so the body acknowledged. And you want to notice as you bring more consciousness to the breath, the belly balloons, expands on the inhale. Exhale. Inhale, the belly balloons, expands. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Hands together into prayer position. Relax the shoulders. So the word courage comes from its root, core, the Latin word core, which means heart, and again stems from heart. So just take a moment to acknowledge courage and the connection with your heart. So tradition, one's heart, of one's heart. Now today we tend to connect courage with being brave, being a hero. So let's just take a moment to drop into our heart. And I want you to think of a time in your life. So just take a moment to recall that time. So I want you to find that courage in you again today. Know that courage is still there. And I want you to ask yourself, where might you be holding yourself back from being courageous in your life today? So just take a moment to listen, to hear the answer. Where might I be holding back from being courageous in my life today? There's no judgment. We're just bringing awareness. Inviting courage into your life. Inviting yourself to be courageous. So set an intention for this. And also think about what you'd like to let go of that's been holding you back from being really courageous with your next step. Maybe it's to write that book, set up that business, leave that job. Just take a moment and just acknowledge what feels true for you in this moment. Three times, we're going to use our mantra, aham premal. So this means I am love of the highest order. I'm love, premal. Aham, aham, premal. Aham, premal. Aham, premal. And nice deep inhaling breath. Let go. And one more time, deep, powerful inhaling breath. And a courageous exhaling breath. Good, well done, my darlings. Open back. Let's cross the legs the opposite way. So in today's sequence, we're going to dive into some of the warrior poses, the warrior sequences. So they're very much all about courage, standing in our warrior goddess energies. And we're also going to be looking at some pranayama exercises. So let's start with just acknowledging some of the basics. So the chakras we always work with in MedYoga practice. So the chakra we're going to be focusing on today is the heart. So the sound for the heart is Ah, which we're going to use. And then the visual mantra is Yam. So we want to use these sound vibrations to penetrate into the heart. Now the mudras are hand gestures which connect us to different states of being, different dimensional frequencies as well, and connect to different organs. So we usually use chin mudra, which is the thumb and first finger. So today in many of our postures, we're going to use, it's called Buddhi mudra. So this is fairly new to me, but it's the thumb and the first finger, thumb and the pinky finger together. So the other three middle fingers we don't use. So thumb, pinky finger together. And we place the hands over the knees. So just take a moment to close the eyes. So thumb, pinky finger, gently pressing together. So we're just aligning with the energies these connect to, so the meridians, the chi lines. So this particular mudra connects us to our throat and encourages us to use our voice with love, with power. Our voice. We can be afraid to communicate our truth. So again, just feel and sense into how are you communicating your needs, your love, your desires to others around you. So it takes great courage to speak from the heart. So let's set a group intention here to be courageous with our voice, to speak from the heart, to open up our communication channels and allow any healing that needs from childhood, from past lives that have blocked our safety with communicating our truth to be healed in today's class and at the next few weeks, month, trusting the timing of your healing. Okay, well done. So we're going to start with our pranayama exercise first. So ideally, if you can, sitting. So I'm going to take you straight out of your comfort zone. So this posture, in fact, took me a little while to get used to, and it's called the lion breath, lion pose. And the reason why I brought it into today's class is it really helps us let go of what other people think. Our courage can often be blocked by worrying so much about their thoughts, not being loved, silly. And I want you to let go of all those inhibitions. Just let go. And this is what the lion pose will encourage you to do. So we're going to have some fun. So sit back on the heels. So my bottom's nice and rested. It's resting on the heels. Now the heels are at the sides and my big toes are touching. Hands resting on. So let's just take a moment here to set. So the spine's nice and long, again, without forcing or pulling. And we've got that. So imagine you're placing the heart onto a shell and out through the chest. Arms, elbows relaxed. And fingers relaxed. Spread nice and wide. So this exercise also helps to relax the jaw. So let's just start to relax the jaw. Just allow the jaw to rotate from side to side. We can often hold a lot of tension around the jaw area. So just releasing out the jaw. And just imagine you're having a big yawn. Good. And then just relax the jaw. Relax the forehead. Relax the eyes. Drop the shoulders back and down. And imagine a string from the crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. Natural, effortless breath. So just allow yourself to arrive into this pose. So this is a beautiful pose to bring oxygen, brain, into the rest of the body. Okay, so let's open the eyes. And we're going to inhale through the nose. And then you're going to exhale through the mouth as if you're fogging up a windscreen. So it's inhale. Exhaling through the mouth. So let's do that again. Inhale through the nose. Good. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Good. Okay. So this time, fingers spread nice and wide. On the exhale, you're going to slide the hands down towards the knees, like a lion, like a baby lion. So inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Good, let's do that one more time. Inhale. Good, okay, you're doing really well. We're going to keep progressing. We're going to go into roaring lions. I know there's a huge amount of courage inside you, which we want to unleash today. So this time we inhale, hands in towards you, shoulders back, open the heart. As you exhale this time, you're going to slide the hands down and you're going to stick your tongue out as far as you can. Good. Inhale. And again, inhale. Good. So it doesn't matter what you look like. Let go caring. Okay, so take it into the full pose. So this time again, we inhale, hands in towards us. As you exhale, hands down, mouth nice and open, tongue sticks out. And at the same time, you're going to take the gaze up towards the tip of the nose, third eye, or the ceiling. I quite like to take the gaze to the third eye. So again, let go of what you look like. Let yourself look and feel silly. Nicely inhale where we are. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Carry on. Do 3 more. Good. Back to center. Close the eyes. So there's going to be a rush of oxygen to the brain. See if you can notice that vibration. Good, well done. So I'm going to give you a second variation. So again, stay sitting on the heels if you can. That feels too much, cross the legs. And we're going to bring the hands down to the floor with the fingertips pointing inwards. Now you're going to feel that as a nice deep stretch through the backs of the arms. We want those fingers spread nice and wide. So push into the thumbs, push into the fingertips, push into the balls of the hands, push down with the heel of the hand, lengthen through the arms, bring the chest through the arms. Good. Okay, so we're going to work deeper into the throat this time as well. So nice deep inhaling breath. Exhale into your line. We're going to do that 5 times. Remember, tongue sticks out nice and wide. Your gaze goes up towards the third eye. You're going to lift the gaze so you feel that stretch through the throat. 5 times. Inhale. Good. Gently peel the hands off your mat. Left hand onto the heart, right hand onto the belly. Close the eyes. So you may notice more clarity, more space around the forehead. So this is really good for the third eye. Good. We're going to chant the chakra sound, Ah. Now I want you to allow the vibration to sink into that left hand, into the heart. We're going to bring the right hand over the top, so both hands onto the heart. Nice deep inhale. We're just creating space to allow the sound to penetrate into the heart. We're encouraging any suppressed emotions to move into consciousness, into awareness, so they can be freed and healed. So we're really acknowledging the courageous heart in today's practice. Well done. Good. Okay, so we awaken the energy channels. So MedYoga has 3 areas. We awaken, we align, and then we ascend. So awaken is about awakening our channels. Alignment is about connecting our frequency, our vibration to our higher self. And ascension is to connect And open the crown, the root, and the heart, so we have a stable connection with source, with spirit guides, with higher consciousness, with divinity. Okay, so let's come to standing. So let's start with our mountain pose. So feet hip distance apart, toes coming just slightly. Soften the shoulders, hands and arms relaxed either side of the arm, either sides of the body. So just take a moment to close the eyes. So checking in with the feet. So weights even, both sides of the feet. Gently lift the inner arches. Lengthen up through the base. So drawing energy up from the earth, from the root, from the earth's core. Relax the hips, pelvis tilts gently. Lengthen through the spine. Imagine you're climbing up one vertebra at a time. Feeling the lift in the heart. Back of the neck nice and long. Chin parallel to the floor. Crown of the head reaching upward. Time sinking down with the heels, balls of the feet. Breathe. Feel your connection below and above. Good. We'll bring the hands together into our prayer position. Nice deep inhale. Lift and lengthen through the arms. Reach up nice and tall. Feel that extension. At the same time, keep rooting down with the soles of the feet. Exhale. Bending the elbows. Hands to prayer behind the eyes. Feel the lifting of the heart. Inhale, lift, lengthen, extend through the arms. Reach through those fingertips. Out the hips. Exhale, drop the hands back. Lift the gaze just slightly. Inner courage. Inhale, lift and lengthen the hands down. Again, feel the lift through the heart. Lift the gaze. Start to draw those elbows back. Keep the palms of the hands together. And exhale, take the gaze forwards, release the hands, extend the arms either side, palms pushing away. So we've got the bend at the wrists. Keep lengthening through the arms. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. Imagine you're pushing into a wall, either side. Good. Exhale, take the arms behind you. Clasp the hands together, squeeze the shoulders back and down. Bring the gaze over the right shoulder. Deep conscious breathing. Soften and relax the shoulders. Relax the hips, relax the pelvis, relax the face. Exhale over to the left side. Close the eyes. Moving into the observer. physical sensations, throbbing, pulsating, tingling. Just explore, just watch, just notice. We're not reacting to these sensations. We're just observing. Releasing resistance with each exhale. Inhale, coming back to center. Extend the arms out, palms face down, shoulders back. And you're going to gently start to rotate the palms, the hands, all the way as if you're opening a door. So you've got the doorknob, you're turning all the way around. Try and keep the spine lengthened, knees slightly soft. So again, these poses are really opening up the channels and aligning our vibration with the vibration from our heart. It's true vibration of love. So energy, any grief that's blocked in the heart stops the flow through the shoulders and into the hands. So we're unlocking the blocks in the shoulders, the neck area. We want the heart to be flowing its energy out and in. Good, a couple more. Good, beautiful. Exhale, take the hands and arms back behind you. Clasp the hands together, shoulders back. Good, so we're going to come into a gentle flow. So keeping a hold of the hands, lift the gaze. As you soften the knees, exhale, start to dive the body forward. So go nice and gently to start with. Start to lift the arms up behind you. So we're not straightening the legs just yet. Head's heavy. I'll also do it from the side. So we're coming in nice and gently, knees soft. And then release the hands and arms, taking the gaze forward, fingertips down to the floor. Contract the abdominal muscles, extend the arms up into your chair pose. Good, so navel's pulled in. We're tucking that tailbone underneath, just a little, so it's in alignment. So we're not overextending the bottom, and we're not curling and arching. So hips in alignment, find that center point, lengthen through the arms, reach energy through the fingertips. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Gentle back bend, lift in the gaze. Exhale, take the arms behind you nice and slowly. So circling through the arms, that the heart stays lifted. Clasp the hands behind you. Lift in the gaze. Exhale, knees soft. Swan dive the body forwards. Let the head go heavy. Hands coming slightly further back. You may be able to start to straighten out the legs. No forcing, no pushing or pulling. Release out the neck. Release out the shoulders. Encourage the breath to travel to every cell, tissue, muscle, into the organs, into the brain. Softening the knees. Release the hands and arms, contract the abdominal muscles, taking it into your chair pose. Good, we're going to flow. Gentle back bend. Exhale, take the hands and arms behind you, squeeze the shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, dive the body forwards. Inhale, chair. Lift and lengthen. Exhale. You're going to continue working at your own pace. Allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper. Hold for the amount of time that feels right for you. Let the breath be natural and effortless, or you can align the movements with the breath. So the inhale, there's an expansion, and the exhaling breath, it's a release. Now, once you feel familiar with this sequence, you can close the eyes and allow the sequence to take you into your own meditation. Keep surrendering and letting go to the energy. So let go of trying. No ego involved here. There's no you trying to do anything. You're simply allowing the energy to move the body. So there's a big difference. So see if you can connect to this energy that moves through you, this chi, this prana, this life force. So it wants to give you energy, vitality, it's life-giving, it's life-affirming, it flows through you. But often we don't notice it. We don't even realize it's there. And so we think we are the ones that are doing. So we get in our own way. We block this flow by trying too hard. So let go of trying and let the chi guide and move through you. It will take you far further and deeper than your human ego and will can ever take you. We'll do a few more. Start to really explore the movement. Perhaps you want to add in a variation. So listen to your body. The more you let go, the more the body will play with you. So it becomes like a dance. So don't be afraid of trusting the body. Whenever you're complete, there's no hurry. You're going to come back to mountain pose. Closing the eyes. And then take a moment to ground, to come back to your mat. And let's just take a couple of breaths into Savasana, our corpse pose. So the pause moments are really important in between the sequences and the poses. So this is when so much is happening in space. So coming into your corpse pose. Sides, hands and arms 40-degree angles, closing the eyes. Good, and bring the knees back in towards you, massage out the lower back. And gently tipping over to the right side. So we're going to come onto all fours. So we're going to work with our resilience now. And resilience is something we build. So just like we go to work out at a gym, we also need to build our inner states as well. So this is what yoga is so beautiful for. It really works with our internal states, which then impacts our physical state. But the focus isn't the physical. The focus is strengthen and build the muscles of the qualities you most admire and need in life. And then your mind and body and life will reflect that. So we're working with resilience. So we're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, shoulders back. And I want you to be really conscious of any thoughts you have that may be self-defeating or telling you you can't do this, it's too hard, it's too difficult. And just watch those thoughts. Just bring awareness to those thoughts. No self-punishment, no forcing or pushing, but just be conscious of the thoughts that come in. Okay, so we want to play. So we're going to extend the right leg away, back heel pushes away, neck an extension of the spine. So gaze just slightly forwards. On the inhaling breath, lift that right leg up. Good. Keep the hips square. So just check to make sure you're nice and stable, you're in alignment. Keep the breath deep. Sense into the weight in the hands. Is it even on both sides? Keep that back heel pushing away. Contract the abdominals. Bend the knee and lift that right foot slightly higher. Keeping the hips in alignment. Exhale, release down. Good. Kick away with the left heel. Shoulders back, fingers spread nice and wide. Contract the abdominals. Breathe in courage. Breathe out resilience. Breathe in courage. Breathe out resilience. Lift that left heel. Pointing to the toes, start to extend away, keeping the hips square. So remember, no storm is more powerful than you. So any storm you encounter in life is happening in your presence. So it's not happening to you, It's happening in your presence. This is what truly helps build resilience. It's when you truly understand that. Exhale, release down. Well done. Take the bottom back. Keep the arms lengthened. Drop the forehead. Curling up through the spine. So remember, we curl from the lower back, clawing the fingertips on your mat as you curl up vertebrae by vertebrae. It's a gradual movement. Sinking the shoulders back, head comes up last. Good, okay, so back onto all fours. So we're going to work on this sequence. So we're going to slowly build. Both legs pushing away. We're coming into our plank pose. Now, if this does get too much for you, drop the knees. But what I would like you to do is when you feel it's got too much for you, I want you to acknowledge, where did that message come from? Was it from the mind or was it from the body? If it's from the body, take a rest. If it's the mind, keep watching, stay present. We're going to hold for a minute. If that gets too much, keep lifting the heart, keep the breath nice and deep. Physical sensations. Don't get too caught up in them, just watch. Don't fight them. Last couple of breaths. Good, well done. Exhale. Further back. Take the knees slightly wider and drop the forehead. So knees just under mat distance apart. Good. Inhale, gaze forwards. Come onto the tummy, into your Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Fingers spread nice and wide. Heels out to the sides. Just roll the hips from side to side. Good. So we're stimulating the root chakra. So the roots connected to our feelings of safety, feeling secure. And so with courage, it's not that we don't need safety, because we do. But we understand the roots for true safety come from within the heart, not externally. So we feel very safe within our own heart. Good, back to neutral. Keep lifting the heart, close the eyes. I want you to lift the chin. So we're going to work on this communication attention to any sensation that arises in your throat. You may notice tickling, pulsating, throbbing. You may become conscious of a block. You may start coughing. This is just energy that's wanting to shift, clear. Because we are connected higher up in evolution. And many of us have had our voices suppressed, whether subtly or strongly. And for women in particular, the female line the ancestral line carries a lot of fear around standing up. So we're opening this channel with the heart. So imagine energy from the heart up to your throat and into your third eye. So we're clearing this channel. So we want to be able to speak from the heart, to speak the heart's desires and dreams into creation. This is how we manifest. It's how we co-create. We're afraid of the heart's desires. Good. Exhale, release down. Just make a pillow with the hands, rest the forehead. Good. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to come back onto all fours. So be courageous here. It really doesn't matter if you can do the next posture or not, but I would like you to try. So again, courage is very much being able to try to let yourself fail again and again and again and again, and get back up each time and understand that failing is what's needed to succeed. So they come hand in hand, and so we want to be really comfortable with failing. And no, there's no judgment with failure. There's nothing wrong with failure. In fact, it's part of our journey towards evolution. I used to have a guide many years ago who would always say to me at the end of the week, so what have you failed on, Devinda? What have you failed on, Devinda? And I was really curious as to why he'd always ask that. And he said, because then I know how much you're growing. If you're not failing every week on something, you're not pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. So try this, see how you get on, and enjoy falling out as many times as you do. So we'll come into our plank pose, fingers spread nice and wide. And don't worry, I fall out of it lots as well. I don't mind. Good. Okay, so shoulders back. We're going to tip over to the right side, and we're going to extend left arm up. So right hand on the floor. So play around, and then you're going to extend that left leg up and down. Up and down. Or you can bring that left foot forwards and reach and lengthen through the arms, open the top body by taking that left arm back. So we're taking it into half wild thing. So it's a nice heart opener here. Good, so play around, whichever feels right for you. You may be able to extend the arm across the air, so into an arch. Reaching the fingertips. Good, well done. Wherever you are, rest. Take a break, take a few breaths. We're going to take it the opposite way. And remembering what is really important is how you talk to yourself when you fall down. So you want to talk to yourself as you would a child. And most of us don't. We can be quite mean to ourselves. And in fact, sometimes we can be quite nasty to ourselves when we fail or fall down. So really be conscious, looking at your inner dialogue and trusting yourself to face what you see, but sometimes it's not nice. We've been programmed with some real negative ways of being with ourselves, and it takes courage to see what's still unconscious within us so we can transform it back to consciousness. Okay, my darlings, opposite way. I wish I could see you all. It's not fair. I want photographs. Into our plank position. Heels push away, so again, you can either stay here. If you want to stay here, that's fine. You can work on dropping the knees up and down, or you can lift one leg at a time. There's so many variations with plank, or you can take it into your side plank and extending, lifting up. And again, you may want to bring that right foot down. You can extend through the arm. So have a play around with what feels right for you. You may want to lift. Just explore, play. You may want to do half wild thing. Most important thing is that you are trying and you're exploring, you're discovering yourself. Good, well done. Wherever you are, exhale, release. And just take a few breaths into your child's pose. Good, fingertips onto the floor. Head stays heavy, again build mindfully. Lower back, abdominals stay contracted. Into the upper back. And lift in the head. Good, okay my lovelies, let's come up to standing. I don't mind how you come up. And we're going to our warrior poses. So there's 3 main warrior poses we're going to do. So we'll start with warrior 1. So in fact, feet together. Hands onto the hips. And we're going to step the right back. Good, so feet hip distance apart. I'm on the back toes. And I'm going to start to bend this left knee. Try not to lean forwards. Keep drawing the hips and the pelvis by tucking underneath. We want that length through the abdominals. We want that lift through the heart. If you look over that front knee, you should be able to see your toes. If you can't, walk that front foot forward slightly. Keep pushing into that back leg. Release the hands and arms. So nice stretch through that right thigh. Push down with that left foot. So you're then going to be feeling that in the abductor muscles as well here. Reach, extend through the arms. Palms together. If that feels comfortable, connect to the breath. If you feel stable, you can take the gaze or take the gaze up towards the thumbs. Entirely up to you. I'm going to do it from the side as well so you can see. Good. Exhale, bring the hands together and soften that right knee, jump forwards. Good, we'll take it over to the opposite side. So again, feet together, shoulders back. Step that left leg away, onto the back toes, bend the right knee. Hips gently forwards. Open the heart. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Keep the arms alongside the ears or slightly behind the ears. You might want to reach into the index fingers, keeping the hands clasped. Bend that right knee, check over, can you see your toes? If not, walk that front foot forwards. Find your center. Notice any wobbling from side to side. Lift the gaze if you're stable. Breathe deep. Exhale, hands together, navel's pulled in, soften the knee, step back, shake out the legs, give them a little shake, well done. Okay, let's come into our warrior two. So legs nice and wide. We'll start with the hands and the hips. Left heel pushes away, right foot forwards. So arch of the right foot is lined up with the center of the left foot. Hips are like headlamps. As you exhale, start to bend that right knee. Again, without leaning forwards, take a look over that right knee. If you can't see your foot, walk that front foot forward slightly. Good. Sinking further down, keep that left hip back so the hip stays square. They're like headlamps. Lift the inner arch of that back foot, so outer edge of that back foot glues down to the floor. Extend through the arms, keep the arms soft, keep the shoulders relaxed. You'll take the gaze to the middle finger of the right hand. As you inhale, you're breathing up chi, prana, through the soles of the feet, all the way through the legs, spine. Exhale out through the shoulders, arms, hands, and fingertips. Crown of the head reaches up. Exhale down. Last 5 breaths. I am strong, stable, and balanced. I am strong, stable, and balanced. I am strong, stable, and balanced. Sink deeper for the last 2. Feel your power, feel your strength, feel the heart opening to the courage. Good, well done. And inhale, lift, exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Pivot the heel pushes away, lift the inner arch, left foot points forwards. Hips like headlamps. Shoulders back. Soften, bend that left knee. Extend through the arms. Gaze to the middle finger of that left hand. Keep that back arm lifted. Imagine I'm pulling the hands either side. Keep opening the hips. Tuck the tailbone underneath. Focus on that middle finger. And keep softening. Keep softening, relaxing. And observe where you're holding tension in the body. Sink deeper. Last 3 breaths, sinking deeper. Let go of anything that's holding you back from being courageous. Know you're resilient. Use the breath to carry you through. Inhale, lift and lengthen toes, point in. Exhale, draw the energy back to the heart. Close the eyes. Outer edges of the feet sinking down, lifting the inner edges. Glue the feet down. Good, and release. Shake out the hands, shake out the feet. It's a very strong balance, in fact. So this will be interesting. So it really helps ground your attention into the body, into the present moment, into the here and now. So it's a great one to do if you're feeling really out at sea with life or your emotions. It really helps bring you back to center. So we'll start with the feet hip distance apart. So let's just start with rooting and grounding down. Hands and arms either side. So there's different ways to come into this posture. So let's try a few. So with the first one, you're just going to bring the left foot forwards. Ground that left foot down. So make it nice and strong. And then come onto the tiptoes of that back foot. Good. Now as you do, contract the abdominals so you feel nice and stable. Point of focus ahead or to a point that's not going to move. So you lift that back foot, start to lean forwards and extend the arms. And then extend the arms forwards. You may want to take the gaze in between the hands and then bring the hands together into prayer and step back to center. Good, let's do the other side. Hands onto the hips. Right foot steps forward, so glue that right foot down, nice and strong, nice and solid. Hearts open. Start to shift the weight onto the right foot. Point into the back toes. Take your drishti, point of focus. Start to kick away that back foot. Extend through the arms, reach through the fingertips. Keep that back foot active, heel pushing away. Now, some of you may prefer to point the toes. In truth, I don't really mind. We're taught to push that heel away, but I really feel a strong energy flow when I point into the toes. It seems to take me deeper. So go with what feels good for you. Extend through the arms. Reach and lengthen. Draw the energy back through the crown, into the heart. Back to center. Good. Close the eyes. And just take a moment to give yourself some love, to say thank you. So loving and accepting yourself and your body, wherever you are. We're not aiming for perfection. We're aiming to love ourselves unconditionally, wherever we're at. And that's mastery. That's what takes the most courage to do. It's to love yourself when society perhaps has rejected you, deemed you not good enough, not worthy, and still know the truth of who you are and standing by your side all the time. Good, so we're going to do that one more time. So we'll start with our feet hip distance apart, shoulders back. Nice deep inhale, lift and let extend through the arms. And we're going to step that right foot forwards. Glue that right foot down, take your point of focus, point into the back toes and tip through into your warrior three. And breathe. Life is good. We accept the burning through the muscles. We move through the fire and back to neutral. Good, lovely. Last time, the opposite side. Shoulders back. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Opposite foot forwards. So for me, that's the left, which is always the side I need to work on more. This is my wobbly side. So this is my feminine side. Again, nice deep breathing. Keep lifting up over that left kneecap. Imagine you're pulling that left kneecap up. Lengthen through the muscles. Embrace the fire. And when you're ready, draw the energy back to the heart. And with loving kindness, step back to center. Well done. Shoulders back. Close the eyes. And when you're ready, just take a moment to lie back into Savasana. We'll come back into our corpse pose. The legs out in front of us. Hands and arms either side. For those of you that prefer to come into butterfly, you can bring the soles of the feet together. Left hand onto the heart, right hand onto the tummy. And when you're ready, bringing the knees together, massaging out the lower back. Rock. And gently tipping over to the right side, make a pillow with the right arm. Allow the knees to tip over to the right side. And when you're ready, we'll come up to sitting. So we'll come into our meditation pose. So again, crossing the legs. Bring the hands together into prayer. When the lights in the theatre go down and the curtain goes up, it cannot be stopped by me. Only the director can do that. But I can choose my part. What will it be? A comedy? A tragedy? A mystery? A fantasy? A pleasure cruise? A competition? A search for truth? A boring experience? A jail? An adventure? A playground? A chance to change? A search for love? I get to choose, but I must choose. Choose your part and then don't wait. There's no sick leave and there's no rewind. The play's the thing. Shakespeare. Bring both hands onto the heart. So my own personal meditation of courage is when we use our heart to serve God's will in spite of our fear. So let's send out a prayer together. May all hearts be healed. May all hearts be blessed by divine grace. Hearts feel safe to sing their own unique melody. May we all know courage and resilience. And so it is. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you for joining me. Remember your courage, remember your resilience. You've got this far, many didn't. So please honour that. I love you. Mwah. And I'll look forward to seeing you all soon. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye. My pleasure. So I think the broadcast was a bit glitchy apparently. So we may be going back onto Zoom. We shall see how we get on. My pleasure. Bye bye.